Well, I guess this is my newest board game, card game, Marvel Champions. And I need to learn how to play. So I just thought I would sort of share this live as I try to figure this out. And I'm going to try the pre-constructed Spider-Man deck against the basic Rhino and see how it goes. I think I've shuffled all right. Peter Parker, let's see, 10 hit points. Rhino starts with 14. And 6 cards from Peter Parker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm trying out this, like I said, the pre-constructed deck, the Justice. So I really don't know how all these cards work yet. I tried one quick game for fun last night using aggression, the red cards, and the scheme beat me. That was my kind of my first run. So maybe this one will be a little better with the thwart, trying to keep the scheme down. I guess we'll see. Maybe it's my fault for switching to the aggression deck before I really knew what I was doing. Okay, maybe something that would give us +1 thwart might be nice. That's going to cost 2 to play. I don't really know what great responsibility is. When an amount of threat would be placed on a scheme, you take that as damage instead. Okay, that's interesting. That would have saved me last night. Let's see. A comment, Josh says, for myself, Justice works best for Spider-Man because he stinks at thwarting. Yeah, that's what killed me last night. Well, let's see if we can bring this out. I don't know. Josh, maybe you can help me out. What's a good start to get rid of here? We've got great responsibility, tenacity, enhanced spider sense, helicarrier, and interrogation room. I need 2 resources. Let's see, I get 1 for free. Maybe I'll just use this little thing to cover that up that I used that. So I just need 1 of these. Which one should I drop? Keep interrogation room. Okay. Sorry it's so slow, just trying to learn this. Hero action. I'm just looking at tenacity here, what it does. So it allows you to ready your hero. So great responsibility. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and discard that then to pay for heroic intuition. Then I'd have to dump everything else to get helicarrier. So interrogation room, maybe I should bring that out. Max 1 player. After you defeat a minion, exhaust interrogation room. Okay. So that's a location. I just need 1 resource to pay for that. I guess for now I'll just drop the helicarrier and bring out those two. Maybe I'll switch over to Spider-Man. And we don't have any scheme yet. No, is that called threat? So let's go ahead and attack. And that's just going to do 2 damage. So we'll go down to 12. And I want to make sure I get these steps correct. Let's see. Got to end your turn, discard. Don't really know what the great strategies and cards are yet, so let's just draw back up to our hand size, which right now for Spider-Man is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we ready everything. All right, we go to the villain, I think, now, and we'll place a threat. So the way I lost it last night in my very first try was I'd allowed some threat to stack up, and then I think it was an event card had Rhino scheme one more time, and then that just took me out. So then Rhino will attack since I'm in the hero form. So he's going to bring in this boost card, and then I get to draw a card, right? And I'm not going to declare a defense. So this is a 1. So that means he's going to do 3 damage to Spider-Man. Let's see, draw your card with Spider-Man's ability before he attacks, all right. And let's see, that's going to take me down to 7. Unless I want to use the backflip, but maybe I don't need to do that yet. Still got 7 points left. Then we do an encounter card. And we've got the Shocker. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each hero. That's me. So I'm down to 6 already. And Shocker's there. So that's an encounter card. So Shocker doesn't attack yet, right? It's engaged. Deal an encounter card. So let me know if that's wrong. I don't think he attacks yet. Won't he attack the next round? Probably during the villain and each engaged minion activates once per player. Yeah, so I think that's right. Thanks, Josh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess it's back to me, starting the hero turn. 6 hit points. Let's see, play. Get +1 thwart. So I need to use my action to thwart. But if I can defeat a minion, after you defeat a minion, exhaust, and I can remove a threat from the scheme. All right, so that's good. That's good. Hello. It's a slow game, just learning how to play. I don't have a gaming group here in Japan, so you guys are my buddies here helping me out. I appreciate it. Well, maybe I can attack him, and maybe I can take the scheme off. Let's see if there's anything I want to play. What is for justice? Remove 3 threat. Okay, not necessary yet. Haymaker. Shocker's got 3. I wonder if we can use Haymaker on Shocker. So that's going to cost 2 to play. And I can use this Thor card here to pay for it. Hero action, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So that would knock Shocker out. So we can put him over there. And then after you defeat a minion, you can exhaust this, I think, and remove 1 threat. That's good. And enhance spider sense. It says it's a hero interrupt. When a treachery card is revealed, cancel its is an event. I'm not sure about how to play this. Do I play that on the spot? For example, if it's Rhino's turn and something comes out, some kind of treachery card, do I then like pay with a resource and put this card out? Or is this something that I pay for and have on the table? I'm assuming I pay for it from my hand when I need it. But I think that's different from something like this condition, which is an upgrade. I think you pay for it and maybe put it on the table. All right. Sorry, I'm taking so long. Forge. I think I want to keep these cards to see what they do. Let's see. If you are in Peter Parker form, you can't use it. But yes, on the spot, if you are in Spider-Man form. Thank you, Josh. That really helps. I guess I'll have Spider-Man attack. I don't really have anything to help that. So he's going to attack for 2 points. And gosh, I don't really know what else to play. I've got backflip, which will protect me. I guess I'm all right here with 6. I guess I'll just let it go there and end my turn. Let's see, I need to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready my cards. Great card, don't ditch it. Okay. Then we're going to go to Rhino. Let me make sure I don't forget the steps. Threat. Threat goes. Then he gets to attack us because we're in the hero form. So we need a boost card. We get to draw. We've got Aunt May. And then we see how much damage he's going to do. So that's a 2. 4 damage. Ouch. Well, I just want to worry about an encounter card that has him attack again. Maybe I can use backflip and avoid that damage. That was a 0 cost interrupt. So we backflipped and avoided that damage. All right, so then we go to encounter card. And we have false alarm. You are confused. I see, that's going to keep me from doing that, isn't it? All right, so yeah, I think it's back to Spider-Man's turn. So how can I get that off? Next time you would thwart remove confused. Okay. Well, I think we definitely want to try to get Aunt May in here. And we want to try to heal some. The power of justice. Double the number of resources this card generates when paying for a justice card. Okay. Well, let's see. We need some healing, and we need something to pay for it. All right. Remind me again, which card was the card? Don't ditch it. Which one is that? Is that that's the interrupt, isn't it? Yeah, the enhanced spider sense. I think that's the one. So I want to make sure I don't drop the wrong one here. What if I drop discard tenacity for a resource and bring out Aunt May? Then oh, she's only going to help me if I'm in Peter Parker form. Just spotted that. Okay, so let's see if I can play this better. Let me try to replay this from my hand, just so I get the feel of how this works. Maybe I want to try to thwart in the Spider-Man form. So right, I can turn him and get rid of confused. And then that's all that did. And then I think I can still flip him over and use his free resource. I just can't recover myself. And then I can get Aunt May out. And I'll just cover that, let myself know that I used it. Then, since I'm in the Peter Parker form, I can exhaust Aunt May and take myself back up to 10, I think. Yeah. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll draw back up 5 and 6, since isn't that right with Peter Parker? And then we go to Rhino. And I'm not in hero form, so he's actually going to scheme. Is that what it's called? One goes on the scheme anyway, right? Then he's going to scheme and add one more. So now we have 3 on there. Then we go to encounter card, which it says, I'm tough. Give Rhino the tough status card. Okay. So if we would do some damage to him, we discard the tough card instead. Let's see, I guess I should have readied these, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those should have been ready, I think, before I went to Rhino. So we did the scheme, the thwart. I'm sorry, what is that called? You get one at the beginning of each turn, and then he schemed and got another one, and then he tried to. We did an encounter card. Yeah, so I think we're good. So we go back to Peter Parker. Got another great responsibility card. I've got Power of Justice, 2 of these. So I had that in my hand. When an amount of threat would be placed on a scheme, you take it as damage instead. I guess I could have done that, but might save that for an emergency. The I'm Tough card is his boost card. Oh, did I play that wrong? So that's right. He's supposed to get a boost card for his scheme. And I guess fortunately there, the I'm Tough doesn't have anything on it. So then the next one would be the encounter card. Okay. And I got the same one. He got another I'm Tough. I guess it balanced out anyway. So I think that's right. He didn't get an extra one. We added one. He didn't get an extra one. And he got his Tough back. So I think we're good to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Got that confused off me, so see if there's anything we want to bring out for 1. Just a question about something like this. This is the tenacity one. It looks reversed on my screen. I hope it's not reversed for you guys. It says you need to reveal, and I'm still learning the terminology here, but that looks like a fist icon. You need to spend one of those resources. And if you can discard this card and ready your hero. Can one of those wild resources, like the green kind of star looking thing, can you spend one of those as a fist there? Is that how the wild resources work? I wasn't sure about that. Oh, that is right? Okay. Well, we get one free one there. Why don't we just pay our other great responsibility? We get a free one and bring out this tenacity just in case. And then we'll switch over to Spider-Man. And I don't really have a good attack card. I do have this thwart, though. Hero action thwart. Remove 3 threat from the scheme. So I guess, okay, I guess I could thwart without needing to exhaust Spider-Man. Is that right? Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should pay for justice, and we can pay with the power of justice, which doubles. So it costs 2. This should count for 2. And what is it? Remove 3 threat. So we can get rid of all of that. Then attack with Spider-Man. And we're not going to do much except take off that tough condition. And I wonder if we ought to try this out. So this is one of those that has the wild. So spend this resource and discard this card and ready your hero. So I can ready him again. And then I might be able to attack again, I think. So Spider-Man will attack for another 2, bringing Rhino down to 8. Hope I did that right. Then we'll go back to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll ready Spider-Man. All these are set. Go to Rhino's turn. We place a threat on the main scheme. And then the villain is going to activate. We're in our hero form, so he will attack. So I've got some other interesting looking cards here. Spider Tracer. When attached to a minion. Okay, this is pretty good at removing threat. First aid. So just as an action, I guess you can be in any form. You can heal 2. Do I have 2 spider? No, 1. No, I got both Spider Tracers here. Anyway, okay, so he's going to attack. I'm just wondering if I should try out this defense thing or not. But right now my health is okay. So maybe we'll just take it on the chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We draw a card as an interrupt. And we check the boost. The boost is 1. So he hits us for 3 damage. All right, so he has taken his action, and then we go to an encounter card. This is a treachery card. Says discard an upgrade or support. That's an upgrade. That's a support. That's a support. Okay. If no cards were discarded this way, it gains surge. So that's a treachery card. Didn't I have something to do that? Enhanced spider sense. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effect. What do you think? Do you think this one is bad enough that I should cancel it? I do have a way to do that. Maybe I could play one of these tracers and pay for that enhanced spider sense. Maybe I'll play the tracer for 1 resource, do the enhanced spider sense to cancel this caught off guard. So there are worse ones. I was thinking if I dropped one of these support cards or upgrade cards, it might be this. Oh well, let's just go with it. we dropped it. And that was the encounter card, so I think we're good to go back to Spider-Man's turn. Okay, we only have 4 cards in our hand. Avengers Mansion, what does this do again? Exhaust. Player draws 1 card. Hulk gives us 2 resources, right? That could give me 3, 4. Let me think about this. If I Yeah, let's stay with the thwarting thing, just to keep the scheme down. Uh, we'll turn Spider-Man here. Shadows of the Past is the worst treachery card. Let me guess. Is that the one that brings out Vulture? Is that what that one is? Spider Sense, come back! All right. Thwart. We get +1 thwart. We can do that. Take this off. And then I think we can flip to Peter Parker. Exhaust Aunt May to heal us back to a maximum of 10. And then I was going to try to bring out this Avengers Mansion. We get a free resource here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get the Avengers Mansion. Might as well exhaust it now. See if we get anything. Got Genius. And we don't need to play the first aid. Yeah, that's all we can do. So, no, let's see, we draw up to 6, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got Nick Fury, some kind of upgrade here called Webbed Up. Emergency. This is an interrupt again, costs 0. When the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat placed on the scheme by 1. And then we got a web shooter. All right, we're ready, everything. And we'll go to Rhino. So he gets this one back. Rhino's going to scheme. And he needs a boost card. I don't think I need to do anything before I reveal this, do I? Don't think so. It's boosted by 2. So that scheme goes to 3 more. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. So maybe now is when I could play something like Emergency. As an interrupt, it costs 0. When the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat by 1. So we'll just take that one away. So he's got a total of 3. And then we need an encounter card. Counter card, something called Crowd Control. This is a side scheme. Panicked civilians crowd the area. It's difficult to confront Rhino without putting them at risk. Get the people to safety. Crisis icon. While this scheme is in play, you cannot remove threat. Oh no! From the main scheme. So it's going to get 2 threat counters on it. Okay. We got to get rid of that. So that's our encounter card. We'll go back to Peter Parker. Nick Fury might be able to help us here. It says when he comes into play, 2, 3, and we need to pay 1 more. Okay, maybe some advice would help. I think I want to bring out Nick Fury. So I've already got 3 of the 4 points covered. I've got first aid, web shooters, and webbed up. I'm at full health. I understand the web shooters can give me some more resources. Webbed up, I don't know. Attached to the enemy. When the enemy would attack, just get to, okay, that would protect me. Should I drop first aid maybe? I'll try that. Let me know if that's a mistake. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one from Peter Parker. We can bring in Nick Fury as an ally. And we can remove 2 threat from a scheme. Oh. Let's go back. So play web shooters using first aid. Okay, use first aid. Bring in web shooters. Put web shooters over here. That has 3 on it. Okay, then I get 1 from here and 2 from Genius. And then I think, is that what you're recommending here, is to get the 4th one from there and bring in Nick Fury to take 2, then switch to the hero and spend 1 of those to pay. Oh! He costs 4 though, right? 1, 2, 3. I got a free one here, 4. Take 2 threat off. Hope I'm not messing this up. I think this goes away. Then switch to hero form. And I only have webbed up left. I think I want to try to thwart with Spider-Man. So we will exhaust him and take off 2 since we get the +1. And I think that's all we can do. So we go back to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll ready our cards. Oh, I didn't do anything with Nick Fury. He could have done something else, couldn't he? He does this when he comes in, but then I think I can use him before my turn's over. Why don't we have him attack Rhino for 2 damage? Bringing him down to 6, but I think Nick Fury takes a damage point. And then we draw up and we get our cards. Okay, Fury doesn't leave play till after the villain. Oh. So he's going to leave. At the end of the round, Nick Fury is still in play. Discard him. So you got to use him right away. Okay. Well, we used him to attack. Maybe that was all right. So he can block for us. That's a good idea. We're starting Rhino's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rhino gets 1 on his scheme. Then he's going to actually attack us. And we get to draw this boost card. It's called Surveillance Team. But Nick Fury is going to take this attack. Well, it doesn't boost at all. But still, 2 damage is enough to take out Nick Fury. But he was going to leave anyway. All right, so that was his attack, and then we go to the encounter card. This is the one that got me last night. It's a treachery card, advance the villain schemes. So he's going to do 1 plus 1. He's going to add 2 more. We need to do something about that. I don't think... No, didn't have anything to do to stop that. Oh, I did have an enhanced spider sense, but I'm going to follow, Josh, your advice there about maybe keeping this around if that, what is it, Shadows of the Past comes out. Okay, let's go back to Spider-Man and see if we can do something about all of this threat. We're still looking good at 10 hit points. Enhanced spider sense, we're going to keep that for later. We've got another ally here called Mockingbird. Stun an enemy, that's cool. Backflip, swinging leg web kick, 8 damage. I could take out the first card of Rhino if we did that. So let's see, exhaust to draw a card. Let's do that. Interrogation room. Max 1 per player. So that's not necessarily max 1 per deck. I guess it just means I can only have 1 out at a time. So you can't have 2 interrogation rooms, I guess. So maybe we can spend this as a resource or something. So we definitely need something to help us thwart. What does the surveillance team do? Cost 2, it's a support thing. Uses 3 snoop counters, enters play with 3. Exhaust and remove a snoop counter and remove a threat from a scheme. That's good. I wonder if I should bring that out with Peter Parker's side. How many could I get rid of? If I thwarted, that's 2. This could take off a 3rd. All right. I want to think about the timing of flipping over Spider-Man here as I'm getting used to the game. Surveillance team, we definitely want to bring them out, but Peter Parker will give us a free resource if we can get over to his other side. So I think I want to do something with Spider-Man, and that's definitely thwart. So let's turn Spider-Man and thwart for 2. We'll exhaust Spider-Man and get rid of 2 of these. And is there any other hero action we want to take? We could get rid of the Rhino card here with this swinging web kick. Why don't we spend a web shooter for 1, and we'll spend another point of resource from the extra interrogation room. That's 2. And maybe we'll spend this webbed up for now for 3. That's going to pay for the swinging web kick. That's going to be enough to take Rhino out. So we'll take the first Rhino card off. Just put it back under here. So then he goes to what? 15 points now. Round 2. He's going to hit a little harder, though. All right, so that's done. And then I guess even though he's out and resets, we just keep going. I think that's right. And then I guess we want to switch over and get a free resource from Parker. That's going to be 1. And then we need to pay with something else. I guess I'm going to have to pay with this Mockingbird. It's 2. 2 will allow us to bring the surveillance team out with 3 counters on it. And then exhaust. And we can remove one more scheme. Oh, break-in and taken. Search the encounter deck. That's before I take that off. And I'm looking for break-in and taken. No, it's right there on the bottom. Okay, Rhino is breaking things and taking them. Place an additional, all right, so it looks like it gets 3 on there. 2 to start, and then 1 more. And as long as this is out, we get an additional encounter card. Uh-oh. Okay, so we had just brought this one out. Pay 1, and I can take 1 off of either one of these. Maybe I'll take 1 off of here. And I think that's all I can do. So we draw up to 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and we ready everybody. And then we go to Rhino. Rhino adds 1 here. Ooh, that's not good. I maybe should have taken that off there. Ooh, this isn't good because he's I'm in Peter Parker form. He's going to scheme on us. And he gets 1. So 2 more go on there. Let's replace this. And then we add 2 more. So we got 5. And then it's encounter card time, but we have to draw 2. So first one is the Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat. No more threat on the main scheme. 2 damage. Go down to 8. And he's going to stay there. And then we draw the next one. Another minion, Hydra Mercenary. Guard. While this minion is engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain. Okay. I noticed the Hydra Bomber has a point of scheme. That's going to make this worse, isn't it? We're going to want to take him out. Okay, I think we're back to Peter Parker here. Jessica Jones, +1 thwart for each side scheme in play. There's 1. We do have another For Justice in our hand. So let's take a look. We still have this enhanced spider sense, which I'm just saving. Got a backflip, another web shooter, Black Cat, Jessica Jones, and For Justice. Remove 3 threat. So another question I have again, just to make sure. For Justice. If you pay For Justice with I don't know if that's called mind or science or some kind of resource specific, it's the blue one. Can you use a wild resource to count for that? It seemed that on the other card you could, so I'm assuming that's true here too. Because evidently if you can pay, yes you can, okay. So if you can, then it removes 4 threat, which is wonderful. All right, so Peter Parker's out. That's going to give us 1 resource. Maybe we'll exhaust this and draw a card. Got Daredevil now. I'm assuming I can draw a card and go over the hand size. That gives me 7 cards. Is that okay? As long as at the end of the round I square up and get to the correct number of cards. I think we want to do this For Justice one. Josh, you're helping me out so much. Thank you. Oh, he gets to actually, yeah, he gets to generate one of those resources that the For Justice needs, which is great. That's a big help. So yeah, so we get the free one, which is the one that we need to boost this. And I'm just making sure I can take threat off of there. Yeah, it's just that we can't attack until that a guard is gone. But yeah, we'll use that for 1. And then maybe maybe web shooter here for 2. And play For Justice, and we'll remove 4 threat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if we don't get that out of the way, we lose the game. And we're still in Peter Parker form. Let's go ahead and use Aunt May to get us back up to 10. Wow, she's great. She's great to have. And let's see. Snoop. Will pay 1 and take the threat off the main scheme. And I think what we want to do now, the For Justice card. Did I miss something? Yeah, we paid For Justice. That took off the threat up there. May have just been a delay in the stream. It's a hero action. Ah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that couldn't do that. That's right. It's a hero action. So I didn't get I kind of messed myself up here. Let's put that back on and put this back on. And then we had 4 threat on there. And our web shooter was over there. Right, I think I may have reset this correct. So I can't use that resource. That was the one that was boosting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, rats, that messed up my plan a little bit. We'll go ahead and have Aunt May heal Peter Parker. We'll let that stand. But we can still do this for justice. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else we want to do on the Parker side. For a free resource from Peter Parker, we can bring out the other web shooter with 3 web counters on it. Then we'll turn over to Spider-Man and go from there. So, I'm going to have to use Enhanced Spider Sense to pay for 4 Justice if I want to get the maximum effect. And then I just have to hope that Shadows of the Past doesn't come out. It only costs 2. I could use both the web shooters, though. Let's see. Daredevil, after he thwarts, he deals 1 damage to an enemy. That's cool. God, there's a lot of good cards. What does Black Cat do? After you play Black Cat, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Add each card printed with the is that mental resource to your hand. That would be helpful. Okay. Well, we know we want to use Surveillance Team, so let's pay for 1. And I still want to hit hard on the main scheme. That was getting too high. So we'll let that stand. Black Cat, you might be able to give me the resources that I need. Black Cat is good because she doesn't take damage when she does damage. Oh yeah. Daredevil does, Jessica Jones does, but Black Cat doesn't. Well, let's spend one of our web shooter points and maybe spend another one and play Black Cat. And we discard the top 2 cards. We got a mental. There we go. We got to throw that one away, though. But we can keep this one. But that's a great card. That's a swinging web kick. Massive damage on that. All right, so she's here to help us. Actually, she can help block too, or help us with the mercenaries. Okay. Six cards in my hand. So we need to play this for justice. We've got to get this out. I'm going to play the swinging web kick, which really hurts. And since it is one of the blue resources, we get to boost this up to taking 4 points of threat off the main scheme. That's good. Black Cat. Let's have Black Cat attack and go after the Hydra Mercenary. That'll do 1 damage to him, and she doesn't take any. And then I'd really love to get rid of this one too, but I don't think I can. Let's attack with Spider-Man and finish off the Hydra Mercenary. That's gonna let us use Interrogation Room, I think. So 2 more damage to the Hydra Mercenary, which will allow us to attack Rhino in the future. After you defeat a minion, exhaust to remove 1 threat. All right, we removed 1. But this kind of stinks. We still have the Hydra Bomber out there. He's gonna help with attacking and scheming against us. All right, 4 cards left in my hand. It's really hard to choose which cards to play. Well, maybe I will end my turn there. Everything's kind of exhausted down here. These cards are great. I think I want to hang on to them, see if I can get them out. So we're going to end the hero turn and fix everybody up. And now we add 1 to the main scheme. We are in our hero form, so we're going to be attacked. Rhino 3. And Rhino is attacking with a boost card. Let me make sure I get the timing right on this. If you're in hero form, the enemies attack you. You may defend before the boost card is played. I don't think I'm going to need to. I've got a backflip in my hand. Ooh, Brad says, try to play your hand out, even if it's inefficient. Okay. I think I should have drawn another card, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have gone to 5 cards before I finished that turn. Okay. Let's see, where were we? Here was... We should have had 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're being attacked now. And then we get to draw a card when we're attacked. And the attack doesn't get a boost. I'm kind of glad that advance card was what was drawn. So he does 3. Yeah. So if I run out of these, that's going to give me 3 encounter cards, isn't it? Okay, so I just got hit for 3 damage. I don't think I need to do anything about that right now. Go get a sandwich or something from Aunt May later. So 3 damage from Rhino. Then I think the Hydra Bomber attacks, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't get any sort of boost, right? You may... So I think he just does 1 damage to Spider-Man. I think that's right. And no boost for minions. No boost. 1, 2. Okay. Encounter card time. Right now there's going to be 2, but this is coming soon. Let's see what we get with these 2. All right, the first one says armor. Attached to Rhino. When the amount of damage would be dealt to Rhino, place it here instead. Then if there's at least 5 damage here, discard. Wow. So basically he's got like 20 hit points. Next one is Stampede. Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by this attack, that character is stunned. So he attacks. And I don't want to put poor Black Cat in his way. So should I do that? Should Black Cat heroically jump in front of Rhino's charge? Yes. Okay. All right, so Rhino charges and demolishes Black Cat, but that saves us damage and saves us from getting stunned. She was a good friend. Okay, well, that does it for the villains, I think. Oh, wait a minute. No, he attacked. So I was going to say he does scheme, but you still draw. Oh, because I'm attacked. Ah, okay. Draw the extra card when I was attacked. Yeah, because he was charging. So that's when I have to reshuffle this. And the extra encounter card goes out. Does that go ahead and get played now? The brand new encounter card? Because I'm kind of still in the encounter card phase. Next round. Oh, seems to be some difference in opinion there. Was I drawing the right number of interrupts every time I was attacked? I'm not even sure if I was. So Brad said I was still in the encounter part of the game. I think since the encounter step was already started the next round, but not sure. I really appreciate both of you helping me out like this. I guess since it's just right here, I'll go ahead and do it. And we have a treachery card called Explosion. If the bomb scare is in play, and it's not, assign X damage among the heroes and allies where X. Okay. If the bomb scare is not in play, it gains Surge. So we have to draw another one. Treachery Assault. The villain attacks you. Okay. Again. So he's attacking me one more time. I'll draw another card as an interrupt. And what did it say? You keep revealing cards until there isn't any. He got the card while the last one is being resolved. Okay. Oh, I see about the encounter cards. So you keep playing them until they're all gone. All right. So I'm being attacked. Just drew my card. So 3. I've got the backflip. I wonder if I need to rip that out. Here we go. Boom. No boost. 3 damage. Let's backflip and avoid the extra 3 damage. We've got enough that Aunt May can help us out next turn. Okay, I think we made it through that round. I think we're back to the hero. Or Spider-Man's turn. Let's see what we may want to do as a hero here first. I've got another interrogation room, but still got the other one out. Got another surveillance team. Swinging web kick. And I've got another heroic intuition. So these are the ones I can't double up on those. So these will be good for resources. So say you try to use as much of your hand as you can. Well, we definitely want to try to get rid of these things. Just a question. If I thwart with Spider-Man and he gets +1, can that only be directed at one scheme, or can it be divided and do one here and one there? I don't know. Can a thwart be only towards one of them, or could I divide only one scheme? Okay. All right. I guess that's true. I haven't really thought of this before, but I guess if I was attacking, that would have to work the same way. One attack against one, and then I couldn't carry damage over to the other one. So I guess they're both going to work that way. Attack one and excess damage is lost, or thwart one and excess. Let's see, Rob. I heard this was an excellent solo card game. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I know I'm going at a snail's pace, but other than just a really fast check last night, this is really my first time playing, and the advice I'm getting is really helpful. But it's a lot of fun so far, and it's just I've got one character here, but as primarily a solo gamer, this is already a lot of fun. Let's see. Starting my turn. Surveillance team. There's no max on that. So those are definitely helpful. Why don't we spend 2 resources, bring out another surveillance team. That's going to get 3 counters on it. And let's see, once you get the hang of it, the game is fast, 30 minutes maximum for a one-handed game. Boy, I'm already over an hour doing this. I'm so sorry. I'm so slow. All right. Exhaust, draw a card, might as well. Got the great responsibility. That's okay. That's the one. If you're in your hero form, I think scheme can be taken as damage. Wait a minute. How does that work? Hero interrupt. When the amount of threat would be placed on a scheme, you take damage instead. Hero interrupt. So you'd have to be in your hero form. Okay. Aunt May's got a hot meal waiting for us, but Spider-Man's not done. We could really use a swinging web kick here. I need 3 resources to do it. One, two, and then it's hard for me to pick another one to use. All right, let's say I wanted to play this swinging web kick for 3. I'm just going to put that down there for the moment. I can get 1 from the web shooters. I can play great responsibility for another one. That's going to give me 2. And then these are the 3 I have left. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Enhanced Spider Sense. What do you recommend would be the good one to let go? Looks like he's good at thwarting and damaging enemies too. She gets the +1 thwart if there is a side scheme. Enhanced Spider Sense I'm just saving for so that the vulture doesn't come in and claw us to death. Daredevil's the most expensive. Probably Jessica. Okay. Let's try this. We'll spend 1 from the web shooter. We'll spend great responsibility and Jessica Jones for a total of 3, which gives us 8 damage. So that's going to take off this 5. And then that does carry over, right? The extra 3 from the 8 damage done. I'm assuming it does. Takes him down to 12. Let me know if that's wrong. But I really wanted to try to take Rhino out. All right, let's get rid of breaking and taking. Or excuse me, breaking and taken. Got to drop that G at the end. So our surveillance team will get rid of the side scheme there. And then we've got another surveillance team. If Spider-Man can get rid of the minion, I think we can get the other scheme off of there. So let's have Spider-Man attack the Hydra Bomber for 2, which takes him out. And we'll exhaust this and remove 1. Oh, this is great. This is great. Then our surveillance team can have the day off. Peter Parker goes home and he is going to heal with Aunt May's help for 4, taking him back up to 10. And I think that was a good round, I think. So we can draw up to 6 cards. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we'll ready everybody. And Rhino's not giving up. He's going to scheme. And his boost is nothing. So he just gets 1 more. And then we go to, thankfully, one encounter card, but it is a side scheme, I think. Yep. Bomb Scare. So this comes out with 2 on it. And actually, no, I think it gets 3 on it. When revealed, you place 1 more for every player. All right, so 3 on it. And acceleration. Place +1 threat on the main scheme. So it's going to be adding here. All right, well, that was our encounter card. So back over to the hero's turn, or the player phase. Let's see. Spider Tracer. When attached to a minion, remove 3. That's good. Got another backflip. I love those. Haymaker. Helicarrier. Still got Daredevil here and our enhanced Spider Sense. All right, let's see. With the free resource that Parker can give us, let's see what we can bring out. Would love to bring out Daredevil if I could. Let's just say if I were to bring him out, this would be 1, 2, maybe 3, 4. Let's play Tracer and Helicarrier and spend our web shooter, get our free resource from Parker, and bring out Daredevil. So that is used. Then I think we I think we're good to switch over now to our hero side. And it's time to thwart. Let's see what Daredevil can do. He can thwart for 2, but he takes a point of damage. Surveillance team. Let's have surveillance team help us here. They're checking things out, giving us some intel on where this bomb might be. And then Daredevil is going to go and help Spider-Man by taking care of the bomb scare. Getting rid of the 2 there. And let's see, Daredevil takes a point of damage. And if there were a minion, right, he would do 1, let's see, after he thwarts, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So that could be you, Rhino. Rhino goes down 1. Okay. Spider-Man. Let's use the Avengers Mansion here and draw an extra card. All right, we got another Spider Sense. Enhanced Spider Sense. Let's see. Hey, Robert, my twin brother and me love your videos throughout the years. Well, thank you. I started doing solo playthroughs because there weren't any. Not that I searched all over, I couldn't find any. Me and Rodney Smith from Watch It Played started about the same time. And I liked what he started doing, but he was doing a group game. And I thought, I see people play video games all the time, do playthroughs, and I wonder if anybody had watched me play a board game. And so I just sat down on the floor with Wrath of a Chardalon, and that's how I started trying things out. And actually, it didn't have any way to live stream like this to get feedback. But being able to chat with people like this and get feedback live is amazing. It's really, really helpful. And that was really what I was trying to get from playing Wrath of a Charlatan. I had some questions and was really looking for help. And I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if this got like 10 views? And before I knew it, it had like 50 views. And people were telling me how much it was helping them. And that was great because I was the one who was seeking help. But yeah, that's kind of how I got started doing the playthroughs. Let's see, I'm running my mouth and I'm going to lose my train of thought. Let's see, Spider-Man's here. Let's see, Josh says, playthrough of Gears of War really helped me learn the game. Yeah, that wasn't the second game I got. I think that was the third one in my collection that I was purchasing here in Japan. I think I had Wrath of a Charlatan and Castle Ravenloft. And I was real excited to get Gears of War and still have it and still enjoy that one. Yes, this is a single player game. I think you can actually find it listed as such on the box. I don't know how many players it goes up to. I know it can be a 1 or a 2 player game at least. I think with the components though, can it go up to 4? It may go up to 4 players. 1 to 4 players, yeah. So yeah, I'm playing it as a single player game right now, and I know I'm hitting almost an hour and 30 minutes, but that's because I'm really taking my time here. But yeah, it's a great game so far. Spider-Man. Let's try to thwart and take off 2 threat up here. And anything else? Haymaker. Why don't we play 2 resources and play this Haymaker and deal 3 more damage and bring him down to 8. Got 1 card in my hand. That's the original enhanced Spider Sense that I've been hanging on to. And that's it. I think that's all I can do. So 3, 4, 5. We'll straighten everybody up. And we'll go to Rhino. Rhino gets his basic 1 on the scheme. He just doesn't give up, does he? And he's going to attack us. No backflip. I spent the backflip. But we've got old Aunt May here to help us out if we get hit too hard. So yeah, we're going to just kind of let this ride. We do get to draw a card, which is First Aid. We've got First Aid, Emergency, For Justice, the Strength card, Spider Tracer, and our Enhanced Spider Sense. Let's see what it does. It's a boost of 1, 4 damage. All right, nothing that a little help from Aunt May can't help us with later. We're down to 6. And now we go to Encounter card. Hydra Bomber. When revealed, take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. Let's go ahead and take a threat on the main scheme. Because that's gonna finish up whatever Rhino's doing. So no extra encounter cards right now. All right, we're back over to Spider-Man. Mm, maybe we should try to throw out this spider tracer here on the Hydra Bomber. When attached, remove 3 threat from a scheme. Cost 1 to play this. Mm, let's drop the first aid since we have Aunt May's help and put the spider tracer on the Hydra Bomber. Attached to a minion, it says. Let's see, use Avenger's minion. Oh, good, good. Thank you for reminding me that. We've got a genius card. Gives us some more resources to use. And if I can take out the Hydra Bomber, I don't need to... I can give my surveillance team another day off. Yeah, no good attack cards right now. Well, why don't we have Spider-Man? They're both doing 2 damage. Let's have Spider-Man attack the... let's have him attack the Hydra Bomber for 2. That will take him out and allow us to remove all the threat from here due to the spider tracer. And we defeated a minion, but there's no more scheme there, or threat there at the moment. Daredevil. Why don't we just give Rhino a good punch to the face for 2, but poor Daredevil's going to get hit again. So Rhino goes down to 6. I've got some good cards, actually some great resource cards, Genius and Strength. I'm just hanging on to this spider sense like Linus and his blanket. Emergency. When the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat by 1. And 4 justice. All right, so we're good at removing threat if we need to later. I think that's it. I guess we can flip over to Parker and get Aunt May's help and go back to 10. And I think that's going to end the turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got the swinging web kick. All right. So it looks like we might be able to pull off a strong finish here, but let's see what happens. We go to Rhino. He gets 1 automatically. We are in our our alter ego form, so Rhino's going to scheme. The scheme boost is 2, so he's going to scheme for 3. But we're going to use an emergency card. When the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat placed on the scheme by 1. So he's only going to add 2 more instead of 3. So we go to a total of 3. Encounter card time. Let's see, you can discard cards and draw up at the end of your turn. I really haven't been doing that at all. Maybe I should pay more. I guess it's partially because I don't really know which cards are the best to use. Eviction notice. What's this? Obligation. You may flip to alter ego form. We're already in there. Exhaust Peter Parker to remove this. You choose one. Discard one card at random from your hand. This card gains surge. I don't want to do that. I think we can exhaust, right? To get rid of him. No. Yeah, because I think we can still do the swinging web kick even though Spider-Man's exhausted, I believe. Did you trigger Aunt May last turn? Yes, I believe I did. Because we got ourselves back up to 10. So we exhausted him and we got rid of the eviction notice. So we're not going to surge that. So I think that's it. I think we might be able to win it now. We go back over here. Everybody's set. I think all we need to do. Yep, you can win the game with the swinging web kick. Even though we're exhausted, we can flip him over. Missed that. Yes, you can still play events while exhausted. All right. We'll move him over to Spider-Man. This is a hero action, the swinging web kick. It costs 3 resources. And we can do that with Doctor Strange and Hulk here, giving us a total of 4. It's going to do 8 damage. Rhino has 6. And that takes Rhino down to 0. Yay! All right, we won the game. But I won the game thanks to your help. Thank you very much for the advice. And now I just started, after all these years, tracking my game plays on a little app on my phone. So now I'm 50-50, 1 win and 1 loss with this game. Well, thank you everybody for watching. It is kind of heading into the afternoon here on Saturday in Japan. So I'm sure for some of you it must be quite late. Thanks for watching, and got some thumbs up. Thank you. And I had a great time. This was very enjoyable. Very good first impression of this game. I guess last question, when I first tried to play last night, I just thought I would mess around and put this aggression deck in with Spider-Man, and it didn't go so well. I think one of you already told me, I think it was maybe Josh already told me that you like to play with the Justice deck and Spider-Man. That may have been correct. Just wondered for those of you that have more experience. So is Justice best for Spider-Man? Or is there a better, I'm not sure what they're called. I know there's like leadership, aggression, justice, defense. I may be missing one. But this seemed to work pretty well with Spider-Man. Much better than the aggression did for me last night. But of course, I really didn't know at all what I was doing. But thanks again, everybody. And maybe I'll try this again sometime. Big thanks again for all of your help. Take care. Let's see, aggression is good with Captain Marvel. Okay. Well, maybe that's why in those pre-constructed decks they came that way. Take care. See you.